I feel so bleak here.
No, but it's perfect for the film, I find.
Yes, the
You're
great tone.
perfect.
Okay,
How
we're
are
recording and we
you?
can start. Yeah.
I'm good.
Wonderful. So I saw the film yesterday and I can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop thinking about that world and how I want to be back in that world. So for those that don't know, tell them a little about Lamb and a little about Maria.
Lamb is a film about an Icelandic farming couple that lives up on a remote farm, Maria and Ingvar, and they lost their baby girl like 4 years ago. So they are carrying this great amount of grief. And Maria, I would say, is maybe the one that closed and shut down most. And she's just getting on with her life. She's just doing what's needed and required, but she's not alive. She's just surviving. And then during lambing season, this creature is born, and she takes the opportunity to become a mother again and to re-enter into motherhood.
Yeah, so I read that you grew up on a farm. So what kind of memories did filming this movie bring back?
I mean, a lot, actually. I grew up in Iceland, and I would say that the little Noomi, the 7-year-old Noomi, 6-year-old Noomi came back to me in dreams, and it became a really personal film.
Wow, that's incredible. So I'm curious, what sort of discussions did you have with Valdemar about Maria? Obviously, it's a stunning script. A lot of it is in the script. A lot of it is in the world that you're entering into. But what sort of discussions did you have, and how did you go about crafting your portrayal of her?
It's funny because he's not a man of a lot of words. He speaks in images. So we were sharing. We were sending each other's photographs and paintings and drawings, and he gave me his visual books. That was like kind of a whole mood board for the film. And I feel like he was very open. We created Maria very much together. He was very specific with colors and her costume, and what if the flannel shirt should be like, a dark blue or light blue. He's very specific with things like that. But emotionally and psychologically, I felt like he gave me a lot of freedom.
So were you an animal person before this film?
Oh yeah. My best friend when I grew up was my horse, Eldur, means the fire in Icelandic, and my dog. So yes, very much so.
So I read that the cat was a bit of a diva. What was it like working with the other animals?
Good. I mean, it was incredible to discover how overrated language is, that you can actually communicate in so many more ways than words. And because I mean, with animals, what I found myself doing most of the days was just to try to be present and just to read the body language and tap into to the energy they were giving. And that's something that you can apply on humans as well.
And I read that you filmed certain scenes, that some with the child and some with a lamb, and then some with a green screen cap CGI thing on, and some not. Yeah. So did you film a lot of scenes 3 times, or how did it work?
Yeah, I mean, when it was the scenes with Ata, it was quite complicated, and we used kind of all different techniques. We were shooting with lambs, with babies. Not a lot of green screen, but it was like, I had to really work on my patience.
I can imagine. And then how did you build your dynamic with Hilmir, who plays your husband?
You know what? I just knew from the first meeting we had, because I was cast first, and then I met with 2 actors, and I just said to Valdemar, it needs to be him. I know it's him. And then we just had this very deep and very immediate connection.
And I read that the crew slept on the farmhouse. Is that true?
Yeah, some crew members did. We shot in this beautiful valley up in the north of Iceland. It was very remote, far from everything, isolated, no phones. My phone was like kind of dead, it's like you just had you know, it kind of creates a certain concentration, and that becomes your reality.
That's beautiful. So how long did filming take?
We shot in 2 chapters,
Mm.
because first it was like lambing season, and that was in
Right.
the end of May, and I think we shot for 3 weeks, and then we had a break, and we came back in July and shot for like 6 weeks. So we got 2 seasons in.
So did you find that you just got right back into it for the second chapter?
I
That
don't
you
think I
just-
ever left, to be honest. It was a
Mhm.
very strange summer. It was
Oh.
very hard for me to be social, to interact with other people. I felt like Maria was my first day on set. I was delivering baby lambs, and then from that point and onwards, it was just she took over, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a hard time leaving her afterwards?
Not really. I'm not sentimental. You know, I feel like I like change and I like to move on, but she lives. What's funny, what I realized quite recently, that all my characters are still kind of in me, because it was always me, you know, it was always a version of me. And I could feel now when I'm here and I've been doing so much press and I'm talking, and I was like, the other day I was like tapped into Maria in me, and I was like, I miss the silence.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So how did you feel when you saw the film for the first time? What struck you? What stood out?
I got really sad in the end, because it was like I felt like I revisit the place of her grief, and it was just all the pain came back to me. But I also felt, you know, I'm never really proud. I'm very self-critical. But this film I'm proud of, because it's the most honest and most scaled off I've done, and all of us did. We worked from a place of trying to find the truth and tell the story about this family, you know, without any vanity and without any ego.
So what sort of reactions have you received, maybe out of Cannes, now talking to people? What have people been telling you?
I'm quite overwhelmed, to be honest. I didn't expect all this. People seems to really respond to it, and what I love is that there's so many different versions, and people like get total different takes on it, and there's like heated conversations and discussions, and it's just, I feel like all my friends that have seen it sees different films, which is kind of incredible.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for the art that you bring into the world. I really appreciate it. Thank you for this film. Thank you so much. This was lovely. Thank you.